Where am I? There I am. Where am I? Here I am again. Ugh. I always have to sort out my lighting. Yeah, let's do the regular data. I'm not terribly worried about that. I was going to just do this PC or PS5 style, and then I realized, you know what? The last time I played this game was on a Saturday. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, though. But, you know what? I feel like playing this on my PC. The PlayStation version can wait. Or can it? Anyways, I'm finally doing up a change of the game because Death Stranding is gonna have to wait. I again forgot my water. I always forget my water. And I always like the water because it hydrates me, you know? There's some things I don't need to show on the stream. I don't know why. I forget about that. So anyways, it's all the difference between playing with the DualSense and with keyboard and mouse. Oh my gosh, it's only halfway through. Huh. I think that's the tell-all of where I should be playing this game, which is on an SSD, but I'm too used to my HDD still. It's a shame. But, you know, at some point I'll do the right thing and make the switch. So, by God, I hope. I can't. Oh, hold on. I do have water. I only have a tiny bit of it left, though. Crap. Now I still gotta get these gloves of mine clean. I've got these really cool gloves that are, well, they're just gloves, but they work. They keep my hands hydrated when I've dried the crap out of them. My buddy tonight, whose stream you should be watching instead of mine, is going for affiliate a bit. Probably he gets favor because he's American, all the way down in the AZ, Arizona. Whereas me, I'm just an ugly Canadian. But if you want quality content, go over there.
I should stay out of sight. I can use the tall grass to approach. Okay, let's see.
Oh my crap. I think there's something janky going on with my settings here. FPS limit, yes. Yes. I think that's what I want. Yes, turn on the VSync. Yes.
Where can I place my traps?
Okay, I don't even remember how I did this. Metal shards, wire, and sparker. Ugh! I don't remember how any of this goes. Whoa! You nearly peeved it off. Restart from save, yes. That was the last save though, wasn't it? Because I don't even remember how I'm supposed to do this. It's been
Stay out of sight.
since apparently
Use the tall grass to approach.
2020, so
Where can I
yeah.
place my traps?
Okay. Okay, gather some ridge wood. Okay. Now, how do I do the thing again? Careful. Here, I thought I could totally climb that. What the?
It saw me.
Okay, whoa, 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 whoa.
Reveals.
Ah, crap. Oh, that was quite the blunder. Oh, man. Knowing that I do not
I should
remember the
stay out of sight.
controls.
I can use the tall grass to approach. Okay, let's see. Where can I place my traps?
Okay. Oh. That beast is not that dumb. Okay.
I'm ready. Gotta be. It saw me.
Okay, now my frame rate's trying to kill itself. Scan it? How do I scan? I don't remember how I scan. This is why I am ever more agreeing with the notion that if you haven't played a game in eons, that it should just go, hey, by the way, this is how you do this, that, and the other thing, you idiot. By the way, why did you take so long to get back to me, huh? At least movies don't do that.
I can use the tall grass to approach. Okay, let's see. Where can I place my traps?
Then again, they don't even really give you recaps either. Okay.
It saw me.
Ah, crap. Why is it I cannot remember what I'm supposed to do?
I should stay out of sight. I can use the tall grass to approach. Okay, let's see. Where can I place my traps?
That's a very good question, Aloy. No, 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 no. You saw nothing. Yes! So that's what I'm supposed to do. Oh, hi. Yeah, so I'm a bit of a total newbie. I'm finally getting back into this game after I think it's been over a year now.
Use the tall grass to approach.
Because I have this
Where can I
terrible
place my
habit
traps?
of starting a game and then never getting it finished. And I'm trying to break that habit between this and last year. Now, do that. Because then I can do that.
It saw me.
No, it didn't.
I should
'Kay.
scan it. See
Keep.
what that reveals.
Well, I don't remember how to scan. Oh. Oh, right. Okay. I did. I was between the PS5 version and this version. The PS5 version I will be playing tomorrow night. Which would have been in the afternoon, but I'm watching Lost in Space with a good friend, so yeah. So yeah,
Calm,
I do that
calm.
stuff. And just like that. Ooh, I pissed it off! I pissed it off! I'm such a jerk! Oh, how are you liking Boba Fett? À toi. Boba Fett, à toi. Boba Fett, à toi. He's gonna kill the Mandalorian. That is frankly what I think of that name. Boba Fett is Boba Fett, à toi. So I've seen the second episode, and I absolutely love the direction it's going in, which is basically okay. So Boba Fett, the Book of Boba Fett, episode 2 is basically okay. The T tribe, whatever they're called, I don't remember. They are basically the native Indians, and then Boba Fett is the white guy. who's trying to learn about their culture. And so to me, it's basically copy paste that sort of plot in a Western movie, but I love it. I absolutely love it. And I got reading into, okay, space westerns. How did it all start? And there's this article in some paper way back in the day, or not paper, but magazine or something, that criticizes space westerns and basically, this is basically just a western, but with lasers and spaceships or whatever. And I'm thinking, well, they aren't wrong, but I think that's why people love space westerns, is because it's all done like a western, but with all this added sci-fi crap that we all know and love. But that's my takeaway from that article from apparently back in the day. Did I? Nope. I've got one last tripcast.
No good without ammo.
Ah, crap. That's right, Bubsy. Oh, shoot. Holy crap, I did it. I defeated the sawtooth. Ha ha ha. I did it! It is so hard, but I got so far. And in the end, it totally does actually matter.
Not to answer questions.
Aloy.
Survival requires perfection. It was a test to hone my skills against a dangerous new machine.
Uh-huh.
No. Follow.
I also must say this about Aloy. Whenever I look at Aloy, I think,
These are Nora hunting lands. They must be protected. If you hadn't destroyed the Sawtooth, how many Braves might it have killed or injured tomorrow? The lesson lives within the question, Aloy. For years you've trained to win the proving, but only for yourself. As a Brave, it will be your duty to fight for your tribe.
My tribe? You said I wouldn't need them.
But I never said the tribe wouldn't need you. The strength to stand alone, Aloy, is the strength to make a stand. To serve a purpose greater than yourself. That is the lesson you must learn. And remember it. After the proving. And after I'm gone. We're finished here. Follow.
I will never forget listening to Jesse Cox on the Co-optional podcast going on about how he simps for Aloy.
This will be your last day in the Embrace as an outcast. Use the time to set your mind on the challenges before you. When it is time for you to go to Mother's Heart, I'll be waiting for you along the way.
I understand the final lesson, Rost.
Do you?
But if I'm going to stand for something, it'll have to be something I believe in.
Then I hope you find it, Aloy. I hope you do.
I'll go back to the cabin with you.
I'm not heading there just yet. I have other plans.
Oh, such as?
I'll be waiting for you when it is time.
I'll see you at Mother's Heart then.
You will.
Now, there's something else that I've realized with these PlayStation exclusives coming to PC, and it's that at one moment I was thinking, well, I don't see the point in playing this on PlayStation then, when it's on PC. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, so I just noticed your message about Lost in Space. I've only been on the first 3 episodes, and this friend of mine that I'm watching it with tomorrow, she's only been on the first season herself, if I recall what she said correctly. and she's interested in just rewatching the whole first season because it's been a while since she's watched the show, and I thought, yeah, we should totally just watch the first episode then, because I mean, I vaguely remember what's happened, which is basically that Doctor turns out to not be whom she claims to be, who's of course originally the male Doctor in the original series, but yeah, as if I'm gonna remember much. So I thought, hey, perfect opportunity. You'd want to rewatch it. I'd probably rewatch it at some point because I don't remember much of Lost in Space because that was so long ago that I saw it. So yeah, let's do it. So we're gonna do that tomorrow afternoon. So that'll be fun. But yeah. Then as for these PlayStation games, I've decided, you know what? I'll play them both on PlayStation and PC. I'll do the PC thing too, because that is my way of putting my wallet into, hey, you're gonna put these on PC finally? I support this. That is basically what I want to say to these companies is, you're finally gonna put these games on PC? Well, you've got my support then. Because I prefer PC anyways, but then, I mean, you've got PS5 with the DualSense, and they just feel so fantastic. And so, I mean, God of War Ragnarok and Horizon Forbidden West come to PC, I will get them. But I love that they're coming to the PS5. We'll support the DualSense, because the DualSense feels flipping fantastic. And I will forever not remotely understand why people think the haptic feedback is but a gimmick. Whoa! Ow, crap. I got Aloy knocked out already. But yeah, I must say, as far as the book of Boba Fett goes, I mean, it's because of Dave Filoni, really, and Jon Favreau as well, but those dudes are saving Star Wars. I mean, don't get me wrong, I didn't dislike the sequels. I really liked The Force Awakens. Oh, that should have been a longer block for that Russian fella on YouTube. Oh, whose chat message can't even be seen from the looks of it. Why is that? I do not know. Some Russian bot name on YouTube anyways showed up. Oh, actually there we go. Oh yeah, I don't know. Even this personality that I watch, he's out of Niagara Falls, and he's been getting them too. All I can think is, YouTube, listen to your creators, and what's it called? Email verification to your damn platform. Or not email, sorry. Mobile verification to your platform. But as we all know, YouTube only gives two craps about their copyright holders. They never care about their creators. And it is why I continue to be so damn relieved that I never made a career out of YouTube. Don't get me wrong, I don't care how they handle COVID or politics on their platform. It is their copyright that is a bloody disaster. Although I still love the part where when you get into the politics, it turns out, because of course conservatives always think they're being censored, which they aren't totally wrong, but when it comes to YouTube, it's a matter of conservatives. You aren't the only ones that YouTube gets ticked off by. Because I remember some video where one of these other fellas was talking about how when people talk about LGBTQAI, so on and so forth issues, even they get demonetized. So if you're talking about gay or transgender stuff on YouTube, you get demonetized. And I'm thinking, oh my crap. So YouTube doesn't care which side of the spectrum you're on politically, they just don't like monetizing any of it, even if it is worthwhile digging into. Yeah. And it's amazing to me how YouTube's been handling all of that, which is just, again, disastrous. But I think the only bright side there is that for those who get pissed off about being censored, hey, guess what? You're not the only ones being censored. So are the leftists. Or, people they would perceive as leftists. Because, frankly, everybody's got their own ideas regardless of which side of the spectrum you're on. Even I'm that way. I've got my beliefs economically, and I've got my beliefs socially. But, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up and go hunt some robot animals. And apparently, I've got a Strider. Oh, Strider being the things. I was thinking, oh, those are mounts. And then, no, those aren't mounts. This ain't that kind of game. At least, I don't think it is. I don't remember. I mean, it's why, even to some extent, that Rumble site is kind of tempting, but yeah. My only problem, though, with the likes of Rumble, I love that it's made by Canadians and that it is competing
useful.
with YouTube, which desperately needs competition. I mean, Twitch proved it when Mixer was about and crap. But what I don't so much like is that they seem to have a thing with
Again.
all the more, I think you could barely say far right types. Ooh, crap, I gotta be careful. Oh! Oh! I love it. Whoa, 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 take all freaking crap, bee. Yeah, beach. Take all. Okay. Whew, that's a relief. And I got level 5 for, what's her name? I don't remember her name. Aloy. This is why I really want to be playing more of my single player games anymore, and it's because I always forget what the names are and what the controls are and crap. Yeah, let's do that. And yeah, do more foraging.
Keep that for later.
Take all of those. You know what? I do actually quite enjoy this on PC. But, I mean, I'm still gonna beat the PS4 version since I have it. And I've got trophies in it. And I might as well complete a game that I got trophies in.
Would you not help me?
No, you don't deserve help. What do you need help with, Thok? Begone, Thok.
You want to talk to an outcast?
I'm desperate for help, whatever the consequences.
What's the problem then? Trouble with your leg?
Forget about me. It's my daughter, Arana. She's in danger. She went after a scrapper near Mother's cradle, and I fear for her life. I can't even stand up, let alone go after her. Will you help me find her?
Sure.
Why would your daughter hunt a scrapper on her own?
It's my fault. I went after it first, and it tore up my leg. I barely got away, and I left a spear impaled in the machine. That spear was made by Adina, my mate, who died last year. It means everything to Arana. She went after the scrapper to get it back.
Mother's cradle?
You said Arana went to Mother's cradle?
Yes, southeast of here. I forbid her from going, but ever since her mother died, she's become impossible. Damn it, look at me. A widower, now a cripple. Father that can't find his daughter. Please, help me set things right.
Why me?
You know the matriarchs might cast you out for speaking to me, don't you?
I don't care. I tried looking for her myself and my leg gave out. Just find her.
Okay.
I'll accept any punishment if it means she's safe.
I'll help Arana if I can.
I'll do what I can to help your daughter.
Make sure she's all right. I'm begging you.
For a moment there, I thought he was a different dude. In her mother's footsteps. Where'd I go? This way.
Good for an old remedy.
It's a good thing my buddy in Arizona is not watching this, because then he'd think probably, oh, so you're okay with playing this at a lower frame rate on PC because it sucks, but you're not okay with... Oh, hi there, Stephen Henderson. It's kind of my first time playing. It's my first time playing in over a year, for which I'm still basically at the beginning. Oh, you know what? That's what it is the chats go away from my video, which is perfectly fine. Oop. Please tell me this one I can totally just kill. Oh. It just freaking back-footed me. That is hilarious. Acts just like a horse. Okay. Where did my... Did I not have the other quest? There it is. Find Arana. So it's not my first time playing, but it probably certainly looks like it's my first time. Oh, but the other thing I was gonna say is my friend from Arizona, Chatterface. I've told him that, yeah, I prefer my game 60 FPS, and I'm sure he'd go, oh, so you're okay with playing this at a crappier frame rate on PC, but you have to have 60 FPS on PlayStation?
Must be Arana. Sounds like she's in trouble.
And all I could say to that is, you got me, but you're goddamn right.
I can't get down. Help!
Well, hold on, grr.
I'm stuck up here.
Well, hold on. Oh.
Somebody, please!
Would you freaking shush down? Okay?
Somebody, please! I'm
God.
surrounded.
Okay, you might not remember this, but Shield Weaver Armor, Power Cell number 1, All Mother Mountain Red Lock Door. Left of it is cross. I don't think I'm anywhere as close to that part. I'll screenshot this very moment and see if I remember it. But yeah. Whoa, good grief. Oh, that was a good one.
Somebody, please! I'm stuck up
Oh,
here.
that girl needs to quiet down. Mine ears. What do you think I'm trying to do, girl? Trying to get rid of them. There we go.
Take those watchers down.
I just did take the Retchers down, or whatever these things are called. Watchers.
Thanks for saving me from those machines.
You're welcome. Now are you done screaming at me? Like your life is in danger? 'Cause it probably
Can I
was.
talk to you for a minute?
Was that Aloy or that girl that just asked that?
I just want
There
to
you are.
thank you.
Okay, you
Thank
can
you.
thank me.
I thought those watchers were gonna tear me apart.
Your father sent me after you. It's time to go home.
I figured. But I can't go back until I get my mother's spear from that scrapper.
The spear?
That spear must mean a lot to you.
My mother made it not long before she died. I can't believe my father lost it.
He didn't mean to. Scrappers are dangerous.
I know. I just can't stand the idea that it might be gone forever.
Thank you so very much for sharing my stream, Stephen Henderson. That is so very kind of you. Means a lot. And my expression, I must admit, may not sound the most like the words that I say, but it does mean a lot. Oh, and thank you for liking the stream. Actually, I've been doing Facebook a lot more lately because I actually restream this everywhere. And that is so that I can continue to drag my Twitch channel into the grave for ever getting affiliate status. YouTube, basically just so it goes there. Facebook is so that I can keep up my level up creator status, which basically means that so long as I've got that status, if I stream 2 hours, yeah, 2 hours a week or 4 hours 2 weeks, then I keep that status because I came from Mixer. And then Trovo, which is just there for this other viewer who views on Trovo.
Your father is worried sick about you.
He gets worried if I go 10 steps to relieve myself in the bushes.
He doesn't want to lose you, Arana.
I know, but I do wish he wouldn't yell at me so much.
Okay, I gotta love how she goes, I want to thank you, and then goes, thank you. And then just goes, every time I go 5 feet from my father just to relieve myself, he worries about me. It reminds me of when people complain about J.K. Rowling expressing her social issues views. And all I can think is, I miss the days when the things people complained about with J.K. Rowling was, we don't want to know how people magic away their duty at Hogwarts. Okay. Or basically, I really do miss those days when J.K. Rowling voiced, non-political views such as trivial facts about the Harry Potter world that she never wrote about in the books and that nobody really wanted to know. Where the only one that we have seen is that, okay, now we know that Dumbledore had feelings for Grindelwald back in the day. Hence, her admitting on Twitter that, yeah, she's always felt Dumbledore was gay. Even though there was never indication in the books of that until, Fantastic Beasts and Crimes of Grindelwald, where he has his whole blood pact with Grindelwald that they can't kill each other because they love each other. Except for the part where J.K. Rowling goes, they had a very passionate relationship. And people tried to construe that as, that they basically about what goes on in the bedroom, and I think, okay, people, you're reading into this too much. But that's a tangent.
How did you wind up in that tree?
I tracked the scrapper to Mother's cradle. Caught a glimpse of it too, but then a watcher saw me and called his pack. By all, Mother, I'm just not a good enough hunter to get that spear back, am I?
I'll look for your spear.
I'll look for your spear.
You will? Oh, thank you.
Go find your father. His leg gave out while he was searching for you, just south of Mother's Heart.
Oh, no. Okay, I'll go to him right away. Thanks again.
For some reason, I feel like Aloy's gone, I'll get your spears. Her basically saying, oh, you pitiful girl. I'll get your spear. Leave it to me. I'm the hero of the story. Or heroine of the story. Heroine. One of the two. Ugh. Man. I forgot how actually terrific this game looks. Not any better than The Last of Us Part 2, but still there for sure. Now, which way am I going? Oh, with my focus. Crap's sake. Oh, these tracks, huh? I love how I figured this out without even consciously thinking about it. It's kind of weird, but I dig it. I cannot grab that item. Where am I going? Okay. More of Ariana's tracks. Oh, I just have to do this. Okay. Thank God. That was gonna get tedious. Perhaps with a capital T.
Ends here. Must be where she saw the scrapper. If I follow its tracks, I should be able to find that spear.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Medicine pouch. How do I use my medicine pouch? Controls. Control mapping. Q, okay. I was just thinking I should probably do that. Oh, there we go. Okay, now I'm back on track. Back on track.
Mother's cradle.
Mother's cradle. Oh no. Y'all buggers didn't see a ding-a-ling-a-ding.
This is where it ends.
Oh! Savage move, man. I'm a nasty girl. Okay, more tracks over this way.
The trail ends here. I'll bet it crossed the river. Better check the other side.
Okay. Grab these bunches of crap. Oh, hello. Whoa! That's that. Dingleberry? I think Dingleberry did this. Oh, right. Search the... What? What? Modification satchel. Crap. Have I been using up that much of this? Really? Officially starting this game now. You're that excited for it, eh? Yeah, honestly. So I read up something that the melee controls got criticized, and all I can think right now is I don't see why they'd be criticized, because that combat feels fantastic. Just absolutely fantastic. No, why can't I grab that yet? Okay. Intro leads to the title screen. Oh, yeah. I mean, I gotta say, that is the one thing to love about Sony, as conservative as they are about their platform, where, you know, no Xbox Game Pass equivalent. They put money towards some of the best damn looking games I've ever seen. The Last of Us looked fantastic, both games. The stories were fantastic, even if, you know, you didn't like the story so much. Ooh. Oh. Okay, I really gotta start using a bunch of the stuff out of these. Start crafting a bunch more, I guess. No wonder why I'm full of crap. I don't bother upgrading any of it or doing anything with my stuff. There we go. I think the reason why I didn't like this story is because it felt too long. Yeah, I totally get that. I mean, when I played The Last of Us Part 2 for the first time, I thought, whoa, this is really long. And I don't remember. I think the only part of that game that I did really strongly dislike was when you're playing as Abby and you're rescuing Lev and the sister whose name I'm dying to remember. When you're rescuing them both from the other Seraphites. Or no, they're rescuing Abby, and then she helps them fight against the Seraphites. What the fudge? I'll be right back. I'm back. There we go. My mic works. We just got a strange ding on our doorbell. And we have no idea why it happened. Whether it's our weather
Rain's not
being
so bad.
somehow triggering. Or some goofball goofing around at night. So weird. Now, I think one of those thingamajiggers. But yeah, it's quite something to be watching all the bigotry going on in the first parts of the game to Aloy. I'm thinking, why is everybody so mean to her? Then, oh, right, because she's an outcast. Which I can get lore-wise, but it's still weird to be always, when seeing these storylines related to bigotry in games or TV shows. I think the last weird case of such was watching Lovecraft Country. And there's a scene that Jonathan Majors is playing as Atticus, I think his character's name is. And anyways, so he's pulled over by these cops in the outskirts of one of the Jim Crow towns. And they go, "Now, could you please ask me, can this smart N-word please pass?" Because this is one of these racist cops telling his character, basically, hey, if you want to pass us, you have to ask us this way. And I'm thinking, ugh, I don't like watching this sort of thing going on. I mean, for the historical sense, because it's based in the Jim Crow era, yeah, it historically makes sense that you'd be having this largely black cast being treated absolutely abysmally by cops. And it's all because of their race, but, or even by a bunch of the white people, but just watching it, it's still, I don't know, maybe I just watched too much Star Trek where there's no bigotry in the future. At least between humans. And I'm thinking, well, I'm not gonna say you can't portray bigotry in games or other media, but it still just seems so strange.
Time to get that spear.
So I think my favorite moment in fictional media has got to be in The Walking Dead when Merle Dixon is complaining, "I don't take any orders from no N-word," because it's a T-Dog trying to be helpful, and that involves him telling Merle to get with it. And Merle, being the racist, southern, outdated ass that he is, decides to mouth off. And Rick, oh my gosh, my frame rate is just taking a massive dump. Crap. But anyways, and Rick just takes him aside and goes, "Merle, there are no N-words anymore. There's no white or black or whatever. We're all just meat to them. It's us and them." We're basically pointing out to him that the zombies don't care what color of skin you are. They just care that you're meat. And that being the point that he's trying to drive through him, and it's just that. And man, it was actually at one time a command I wanted to make up for my channel, because you'd have the odd idiot come in who think they could get away with spouting off the N-word slur in chat. And I'm thinking, it would be so cool if I could just have a chat command that just goes, "There are no," and then, oh wait, well, except I can't really do that, because then that's still breaking the rules. So basically having a more appropriate spin on what Rick says to Merle, but I absolutely love that. In that he turns the whole use of the N-word slur on its head towards Merle. Where the one that I disliked that The Walking Dead does is in World Beyond. And this is before, the world falls apart and such, but when Felix is confronted by his dad about Felix having feelings, I'm thinking, I liked it when The Walking Dead basically just put down the whole gay thing to, with gay characters, that is, to, putting it down to with Eugene telling Alana Masterson's character. But basically when he tells her, by the way, I think you're hot. And Tara, that's her name. And she just responds, I like girls. And I just thought that is by far the most hilarious thing The Walking Dead's come up with. Is just that very straightforward, Eugene, it's okay that you think I'm hot, but I like girls. And it was so freaking hilarious. Because that was when I was catching up on all the older episodes of that show. And I'm thinking, I like not dying, but more to my point, I like The Walking Dead sticking to the storyline that, okay, some characters in this show happen to like the same sex or
There.
gender or whatever.
Time to get that spear.
And then everybody moves on with their day rather than The Walking Dead World Beyond actually trying to do a whole little thing of Felix's family didn't accept him for being introduced, and thinking, I like when The Walking Dead just didn't even acknowledge that. I mean, it's a thing that,
It's over. Fight's on.
not that I'm that into Schitt's Creek, but I didn't mind how, what's his name, David Levy basically talked about it for their show, which is he doesn't have time to address that stuff. It's basically just a character feels a way about other characters and you move on with the day. And I keep getting killed by these frickin' robots. So I should probably try stealth. But, yeah. So that's my rambling. Which then gets me thinking of
Time to get that
rumbling,
spear.
then gets me thinking of Attack on Titan, which is having the start of its final season this weekend. And I'm still working through its manga. Wish I could get through the manga quicker, but I'm not that fast a reader. Yeah, I don't need to heal quite yet. Okay, now if I can maybe just concentrate on killing these buggers.
Red light means trouble.
Okay, out of there, out of there. Ooh, careful. You buggers wanna come fight me? You gotta come down and get me. That's right. Oh. What the crap? No, wrong button. That's the right button. Okay. Die. 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 You smell like crap in the summer. Which is a pretty bad smell.
It's a well-made weapon. Arana will be happy to have it back.
Oh crap, I got her on a spear. That's what I've been trying to do this whole time. Shoot. Ooh. Ah, bugger. Bugger! Bugger, bugger, bugger. Well, what doesn't help there is my frame rate just goes and then I can't really do any friggin' thing. Okay, I'll just return to Sulk. Begone, Sulk. Oh, by the way, how did your stream go tonight, Thang? Because I saw that you were streaming. And I shamefully didn't tune in, because I should.
Tuck that away.
My frame rate is not happy with this game. I don't like that it's not being happy. Are there... Oh my crap, why am I on such high settings? I mean, no wonder why the game is... Okay, hold on. Hold the front door. Yes, let's just do original. Besides, I'm playing the PC version, not for... Oh, jeez, the performance is still not good. Anyways, I play this on PC, not for better performance at this point, but for the controls. Because I'm just better at PC controls. So I like to think. That's what I tell the ladies. I should not have done that because I just wasted a frickin' bolt. I'm ashamed of myself. Okay. Weapon. Spear. Let's see. Crafting. There we go. Ammo. Ammo, some ammo. There we go. That's better. So when I... Yeah. Oh, okay. I should maybe try for this jacket then. Unless I've already got it. But let's see here. Yeah, I've just got the outcast thing. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is what I love about single player games, though, is that the stories are generally just superb. I think, actually, it's why I really like The Last of Us. I think The Last of Us was really my return to story-based games. Because, oh my crap, I didn't realize you could have such good stories. I mean, I played the Batman games, Arkham Asylum and City. Though only years later would I find out that, oh crap, these games were actually darker than I kind of thought. I mean, Arkham City... Plot twist, the city is there as a master plan for genocide. And you'll see what I mean. Or you may have already seen what I mean if you've beaten Arkham City.
Low and quiet does it.
But it's a thing that I've loved with returning to single player games more, and it's just how terrific the stories turn out to be. Now, how too few of them I've played.
First you send a Rana back to me, and now you've got the spear. When I first called out to you for help, I didn't even know if you'd speak to me. I'm glad you did.
Me too. I can't believe you got the spear back.
Your mother knew how to craft them. It's of exceptional make.
I'll never be the crafter she was, but she did pass along a few tricks. I'd be happy to take a look at your spear.
Thank you. It sounds like she was special. I'm sorry for your loss.
Well, because of you, I still have the spear to remember her by. You didn't have to help us, but you did. She would have admired that. Thank you, Aloy, for everything.
You wanna go, Ponan Rakbo Jeb, whatever your frickin' name is? That's what I should have done. Blocked. And I'll do the same thing with that other Russian name. If I can. I don't think Restream is letting me, though. Ugh! It's being so slow. Block. Be gone, thoughts. Or thought, in this case. Be gone, scam bots in my YouTube channel.
I've got to put up a fight.
Haha! Got both machines. Sweet. Yeah, the archery, I love it. I absolutely love it. Now I gotta talk to Rost. For what'll be the last 10 minutes of this game, and then I'm moving over to Overwatch. Aha! Aha! Ha! Ha! You think I'm gonna do that? Really? Because I would say to that I'm not gonna say anything just yet. Because, oh my gosh, is my freaking browser so bloody slow? Ugh. Burn me. You know, I don't need to look at my Gmail right now. My Gmail. Bring me the horizon. Let's see. Embrace your true power, see God. You're fired! Or you're fired. Or I mean, see God. You're hired. I'm sorry. That is such You're hired. I'm sorry, that's my best Trump and Biden impressions that I can muster. I was thinking, okay, for one, just do the stank face with the you're hired. Or Biden just sound like a sleepy grandpa. And I gotta say, I'm not that big a fan of the Death to 2020 and 21 movies, but in the original, they did a good job of making fun of Trump and Biden. Where, you know, one's a bombastic, crazy dude, the other's a senile grandpa who sniffs woman's hair inappropriately. And I just love how the Black Mirror creators take a rip on both. I watched the first 10 minutes of Death to 2021, and I'd had enough of it. And it's not because... Well, I will say this. I think the original had a better opening, had better writing. Might have helped that they had Samuel L. Jackson, but when this may or may not be a spoiler, but they cover for a little bit or more or less or more the January 6th insurrection, and I must say, I was not a fan of being reminded of that. I'm thinking, yeah, it's great. This is the day that, you know, you've got Trump supporters who mean well, and then you've got Trump supporters who basically give the name Trump supporters, which is okay. These are people who believe everything that Trump says to be the truth, even if fact checkers and, actually, because not to throw any fact checkers under the bus, but for the sake of saying, actually trustworthy fact checkers have pointed out is incorrect. Basically, it was a day of, okay, so basically the state proves it is more than okay to make fun of Trump supporters. And actually, I should correct my statement. To me, there's a difference between Trump voters and Trump supporters. A Trump voter being a person who simply voted for Trump, even if maybe it's not a matter of they vehemently support him, it's rather a matter of maybe he's a Republican, so they voted for him or some crap like that. Even though, Republicans also did not vote for Trump, as in a population of their group didn't. But, so you've got the voters who just, voted for him, which, if you talk to them, they sound more than reasonable. And then you've got the supporters, which were all those nutbags at that insurrection. They were fooled and brainwashed. There was a 22-page report of a dossier that laid out the plan to rove fraud. Now, the thing I absolutely love about that is people still carry on about stolen election, stop the steal, election fraud, Trump's the real president. Not according to Bill Barr, who was nominated for his position by Trump himself. He said himself, there is no proof of election fraud that would overturn the election. As in, okay, so maybe there could have been fraud, but even if there was, Biden still got more votes. And I hate to bring stuff from work into this, but we'd have the odd person that we'd be talking to, and we still get along with the customer more than fine. But we'd have the odd person going, I can't imagine how Biden could have won. I'm thinking, it's easy. There were more Republicans than you'd think who opposed Trump. It's just a good number of Republicans were either too cowardly or there was some percentage of that party that still kept him in. Because the Republicans knew that Trump is what's going to keep them in power. No matter how terrible, no matter how insane or bombastic or you name it, Trump was, they'd still want to keep him because they know that's how they're going to stay in power, and, well, they got proven wrong. To which it's a matter to me of all you had to do was elect someone new. Elect someone that doesn't talk out of his arse all the time. Don't get me wrong, I think he had policies that he could still use. Just, get someone actually in their noggin to implement these policies. Not someone who you know, would basically go, oh yeah, screw Pence. Since he's letting this election go through, screw Pence. I mean, wow, throw your own vice president under the bus, will you? Just because he doesn't give you your
You
way?
speak.
I mean, Mike Pence, you can have his opinion about him, but at least he had more integrity than his own boss, so, yeah.
So, it's time.
Okay, and I can pause this. Good. I wasn't sure if I could. And I always try to avoid using the escape button, because I don't want to miss the cutscene, but anyways. I'm gonna shut up and let the cutscene play through.
Are you ready?
Oh, actually, I'm not
Actually,
ready.
not yet. I'll come back in a bit.
I see. I'll wait here then.
Okay. Because actually,
Let us speak, Aloy.
yeah, I'm going to resume this now at a later time. Which may or may not be tomorrow. Actually, I'm going to quickly use that campfire over there. Because I want to save this game before I call it tonight. But yeah. There are signs that an extremist analyst saw on Reddit post the underscore Donald and gathered all of it. Tweeted it 2 weeks before January 6th. And the federal agencies had underestimated it. Proof is, unless we get some politicians to balance the disarray, the GOP is shifting too far right. It's great to chat over voice about this more often. Oh yeah. I totally agree with you. That stuff is better talked about over voice. But I mean, yeah, that is just it. It is why if I was... And it's... Canada's having a weird problem with our
Speak.
version or so-called copy of the GOP, where the Conservative Party is trying to be more of a centrist party. Now, there are some aspects of it that I do like, because, I mean, you know, some while ago the Conservative Party voted in favor, finally, of gay marriage, and I'm thinking, should have done that a freaking long time ago. That's not something you're going to really reverse. I mean, there's Derek Sloan in our country. Sounds like he'd want to reverse it, and I'm thinking, are you that stupid? You'd basically have to go ahead and annul like a crap ton of marriages. Just because you want to keep it man and a woman, Christian definition or whatever the frig. And well, all I'd say to that is, many Christians would agree, who gives a damn? It's their life. Let them live it. And so, yeah, the way our Conservative Party is going, it's kind of weird considering the party, but I wouldn't say it's... Yeah. I think the best way for me to put it is it's kind of weird, but it would take me more looking into, but I gotta say, I'm thankful to not be American, because after seeing what happened to the Republican Party since Trump, I would not touch their party with a 10-foot pole. The only way I might consider it is if they got someone in, like, oh, that Walsh guy. I don't remember his first name, but he had originally been vehemently pro-Trump, and then I think about the latter half of his presidency finally came to his senses with that. Oh, yeah, we gotta get this guy out of there. Joe Walsh, that's the guy's name, and basically ever since then had been campaigning heavily against Trump. And he's since become an independent candidate. Not that I blame him for that, but I'm thinking, yeah, the Republicans have gone to... Because the way I look at it is, I like a good portion, mainly economically, with right-wing politics, but, ugh. No thank you to the extent of conservatism, or I should say conservatism, that the GOP practices. To me, the GOP is not conservative. They are ultra conservative. They are nonsensical extents of it. Probably to the point where they might agree with Tucker Carlson that the metric system is communism or some, or global tyranny is what he actually said, but, ugh, no thank you. Keep in mind, it's not just the US that spreads misinformation about the stolen elections. Articles in France, Italy, Russia, and more for the... yeah. It is interesting to say the least how these people do still keep on that note. Down the angry Trump superior then after. Yeah. Assuming I'm gathering what you mean. I mean, I remember years ago I supported verbally on Twitter and whatnot Milo Yiannopoulos. Even when he'd been in trouble through the press over a recording, podcast he was on, Drunken Peasants or something like that. I don't remember at all what it was called, but basically where he was in some way, yeah, just angry at people who were offended. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt so many years ago. And I mean, don't get me wrong, there are things that Trump said that I don't think are really as offensive as people made it out to be. But I remember Ben Shapiro, like him or not. And it's so weird that people thought, oh my gosh, Ben Shapiro is even on the side of Trump's a liar about having won the election. And I'm thinking, people, Ben Shapiro has been anti-Trump since the original Trump winning election. He was never pro-Trump. And I think that's what Dust to 2020 misses out on is Trump was ooh. Well, I think I think he might have there might have been something about him too, cuz I thought, wait, he wasn't on the stolen election thing too? That doesn't sound like him. But oh, you mean the dossier for the Jan 6 thing? Or the other, or the election fraud thing? Because I remember him even once tweeting out when Trump goes, I won, and he goes, it is deeply irresponsible of Trump to say such a thing. Okay. Yeah, feel free. But, I mean, how was I gonna put this? So basically, Ben Shapiro was commenting years ago on that. Oh, it was when he was talking to Rebel Media, when I watched them before they went nuts. So, he goes on to say that Trump doesn't know the difference between being blunt and being just plain rude. It was when he was talking about Rosie O'Donnell being on her period. And I thought, he's actually absolutely right about that. Talking about a woman on her period is not in any way, shape, or form blunt. Talking about, pardon the language, but I'll basically do that whole quote thing. When Trump calls Africa a shithole, that is not being blunt. And that is not for the freaking president to be saying about another country. You do not get to, as a president, say that about another country. Jeremy Clarkson in the Grand Tour speaks about an impoverished portion of Africa. That is the correct way to go, and Jeremy Clarkson himself can be very politically incorrect. But he at least had the proper wording for that, rather than just straight up saying, oh, this country is just crap. I mean, even to the extent where I think CNN was interviewing Trump supporters at some bar or whatever establishment, even they did not appreciate Trump saying that about Africa. And I'm thinking, yeah, there's nothing okay about this. But, yeah. But back to the whole Milo thing, I remember still even supporting him over that, well, yeah, he has a really weird slip up here, but I'm sure he'll recover from it. But what really killed it for me was when it came down to Lauren Southern taking whatever pill you want to call it, red or blue. Basically, from what I could gather, her figuring out that the right wingers that she's hanging around are a little nutso, so she's trying to pull out of that, at least to some extent. And Milo Yiannopoulos was not all too pleased about that. Or neither this Paul Joseph Watson, who's also kind of basically Infowars is all one needs to know about him. But with Milo Yiannopoulos, he has that incident where he has this spat with Lauren Southern. But then even furthermore, down the road, the announcement goes, Milo has come out as ex-gay and his black husband is now his housemate, demoted to that. And I'm thinking, so you're willing to throw your own husband under the bus just to appease religious extremists who think, who still think gays go to hell automatically. You'd be willing to drop this whole identity that you've built up over these years. Milo, people like you because you are all these different things, gay, Jewish, Catholic, Trump-loving, conservative, all at the same time. You're dropping the whole gay thing. And that was basically where I finally called it. Nope, I'm done with him. When how to put this? That was basically the moment when I finally figured out, okay, he's doing this all just for attention after all. I should have seen it sooner. When he's saying all these brash things about other people, I should have clued into that, okay, he's just an arsehole. Yeah. Yep, and that's basically where I've begun to lean towards, is even in Canada, I've begun to less and less identify with the PC party, with the Conservative party, even though being a very much gun-loving dude, they would be the closest parties representing my views. The most I go with federally is I still like the guy in my riding, so the way I look at it is I vote for my riding. I don't care who's the leader. But as for the other, it's a matter of, even regardless of my own personal politics, it's just that I'm not interested in trying to vote back in the guy we had before, because he's basically joined a farther right party. And so then you've got this new guy in for the main PC party that Doug Ford runs, and all I can think is, on one hand, I feel like that might be the way to go, but at the same time, I know I'm voting for the losing party. Because there was no way in hell Doug Ford's getting in again. Period. Whatsoever. The most we're going, the forecast I predict is we are getting an NDP government, even if we aren't gonna like it. Because I don't see the Liberals getting back, and they basically burned their whole course with Wen. The way I see the next election going, it's the NDPs, and so all I can think is, well, I don't see the point in a vote then. Because I don't think I care to vote for the losing party. I don't believe we have a libertarian party. And I don't care how much one associates, or independent, whatever. I don't care how much one is going to associate that with the Ontario Party. I'm not voting for a party that's running Derek Sloan as the leader, because I just don't like that guy. And yeah, ugh, it's just not none of it looks good to me. And so all I can figure at this point is I am continually becoming far less interested in voting whatsoever. Because all I see anymore is that you get crappy choices to vote for, get crappy leaders, and parties that don't even match up with your politics. And when they're elected, they might end up changing their ways anyways. And so, just, okay, what's the friggin' point here? So, yeah. Anyways, my throat's trying to give away, so I'm gonna grab some water and hit up some Overwatch. But, yeah. But I'll definitely give a good look at this document of yours thing. Candace Owens is on there. No surprise. Okay, Dave Rubin being on there. That's surprising. I remember when Dave Rubin was a very much liberal guy. And of course, Adam Carolla? Really? I remember he did a thing with Richard Cheese or Jimmy Kimmel, one of the two. That actually very much surprises me. But ew. Ugh. That's not looking good. Dave Rubin, Steven Crowder. I used to like Mark Levin, but I just don't pay attention to his stuff anymore. But yeah, that's not a good look at all. But I mean, it's frankly a part of why, American politics wise, I don't tune into any of the conservative types anymore. I just don't. I mean, I still follow like Rubin or Shapiro, but that's really about it. Maybe Levin, but only because I never remembered to unfollow some of these people. But yeah. Dave Rubin is liberal but has more political views that align to the right, probably because he hid his gay identity for years and it nearly killed him. After reading his book. Okay, is that from Don't Burn This Book? Because I know that's his latest one. I suppose, okay. Well, that is interesting then. I'm actually surprised he'd have to do that, because he used to be with the Young Turks, which was a very progressive company. But, of course, I thought something's a bit odd when he does his whole video where he's trying to prove his liberal cred, like, I'm so pro-gay marriage that I even married a guy. And then brings up that he's pro-gun, and I'm thinking, wait, Dave Rubin? You're pro-gun? But this is more of a conservative thing, isn't it? To which, actually, I figured out later that, oh, actually, gun loving is not even at all conservative. Technically speaking, gun loving is actually liberal. It's just, I'm not sure about the US, but definitely in Canada, got hijacked by the liberals so that, or actually, this is what a family friend of ours brought up to us, which was basically the only reason our Liberal Party is anti-gun is so they can take the anti-gun votes while the conservatives get the pro-gun votes. And I thought, okay, that actually makes sense. Because, I mean, the whole point of liberalism is you are reforming. So at this point, if you really want to reform gun rights in Canada, you'll get rid of all these silly restrictions that have been adding on to it. Yeah, and I mean, that's just basically the way I look at it anymore is, I actually, my favorite thing is when a person online goes, "Oh, you Marxist." I'm thinking, I'm waiting for the one where a person accused someone of being a Marxist for being anti-gun, and then just pointing out, actually, it's not Marxist to like or to hate guns. It's actually completely the opposite. Yeah, exactly. And so there's a quote that is falsely attributed to, might have been Ronald Reagan, I don't remember exactly. But the quote being that under no circumstance should people willingly give up their guns. I'm paraphrasing it. And it turns out that quote is actually from Karl Marx and his buddy Engels from the Communist Manifesto. So I'm thinking, well, okay, now that gets me wondering, is banning guns actually communism? Because that's in the Communist Manifesto, which is, I'm pretty sure, supposed to be the be-all end-all about communism. So is it really communism to ban guns? And of course, I mean, a bunch of the hardcore conservative types would want to say so, of course, because, you know, pushes anti-Marxism and crap, but still. Well, and I mean, that's basically always my question is, I don't get why people are anti-gun, because all it's a matter of is, it's like a stove. You don't know how to use it, you're going to be afraid of it. So why not learn how to use it? And the same goes for a gun. Why be afraid of this instrument when you can just learn how to use it so that you're safe with it? It's not that hard. I mean, I did it as a little kid. I learned how to use a gun safely under supervision, but still. So, I mean, yeah. Point being, if I've learned anything over the past years, it's that there is no partisanship over gun rights. To suggest that gun rights is conservative is complete poppycock that is pushed by the parties. It is very much for everyone. It's just the parties that made it so that you have to vote one way or the other. If you want socialism, you can't have guns. If you want guns, then you can't have socialism. And not to say that I'm a socialist, I'm more of a mixed market type, in that I believe you should. So, like healthcare, I believe we should have socialized healthcare, but also have the option for private insurance. So, if you want to pay for, you know, getting first in line or however the hell that works, I say go for it. If you want to pay more, go for it. But for those who cannot afford health insurance, there's OHIP, or Ontario Health Insurance Plan. And so that's what it is to me, is you shouldn't have to choose between which type of economy you want to have guns. Because the two are not mutually exclusive, whichever type of economy you want. So, yeah. Anyways, crap. Took me 5 minutes just to realize that, or 6 minutes to realize that, oh yeah, I'm supposed to get more water. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll be right back and, you know, do Overwatch before I kill my throat. What could I say? Once a person gets me on politics, I think anymore I could go on. But yeah, I'll be right back. for bearing with me if you were still there. That was maybe more or less longer of a break than I really wanted. I do not recommend falling for this one, by the way. Dumbest decision I've made in so long that now has resulted in me needing to get a refund on my Discord account. Because I was fully enough for falling for it. To fall for it. So yeah, thank you for tuning in to my TED Talk about the crappy way politics is going. Though I try not to get into such rants. But you know what, this time is an exception. By the way, that you are sticking around for so long in my stream means a lot. And also, yes, I will be playing Horizon on PS5 tomorrow. Mainly because I want to get a feel for it on the PS5. I forgot to turn on my headset. Take a nabbit. Oh yeah, that's right. And it's season 32 now. How many hours did I get on 31? 19 hours. So that, I think, is my most played season. Which reminds me, I should go into my calendar to check off. Frig. I think I just missed a... Hold on. Did I just miss a day? Oh my god. I missed 2 days of Elder Scrolls Online logins. I know I couldn't keep up with it. Man, oh man. I'm gonna do today's login. And then, well, yesterday's login now, and then, yeah.
Hey man, your call sign is ruined. The grapple gun makes you like Tarzan, man. You can rapidly traverse the environment. A grab slam, when successful, will neutralize all enemies within its blast radius. A badass name with a badass skill set. Now go ruin someone's day. Aggression, overwhelming force. Now this is a fucking party. Grapple gun moves you across large chunks of turf with speed. Give it a shot. Okay, that's just horrible. Aim the weapon before you fire it. All right, you're natural. Now hook that grapple to the ground. You are now a goddamn grapple gunner. Fun shit, right? Put a hook on that target over there. See that red switch? Keep the grapple gun hot, move towards the target. No red? Okay, you're clear for takeoff. Okay, grapple G, onto phase 2. Next marker, let's move. Keep your head in a swivel, man. Grapple spots are everywhere. Use them to your advantage.
Grapple won't engage.
Too far to jump. So, good time to use... What? Oh, come on, man. Figure it out. All right, Gunner. Good job. Impressed. Let's see what you do with a grab slam. Here's a slice of intel for you. The grab takes out gear, too. And they got tactical beacons right there. 2 of them. Fuck that. Find them and wreck them.